Allow the weight of your body to go down onto your yoga mat, the arms and the head to rest down. Give yourself a moment here, a few heavy, full breaths. As we take our practice into this last week of December, reminder that our monthly mantra, sit, stay, heal. We are still in this moment. We're not quite ready to move beyond. Stay with each pose, each breath, and we'll get through a full spectrum practice today. So lift your head up. Look through your hands, crawl your fingertips a little further out in front, beyond just fingertips. Lift your forearms, elbows, upper arm bones to the sky. And then squeeze the tips of your shoulder blades in towards each other as you descend the chest and head just a little bit closer down towards the ground. And then walk both hands over to the right side. Keep walking until you get more stretch from left fingertips back to the left hip. Feel it in the side of the torso and a bit along the back. Walk the hands across the center. Do the same to the second side. And then come right back into the middle. Come up to all fours. Set the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. Cat and cow. Move the spine back and forth here. Go at your own pace. Cat and cow, several rounds there with your breath. From cat and cow, take it into downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Stretch the arms straight. Pedal the feet back and forth. Next, inhale, lift all the way up to the tips of the toes and bend the knees deeply. Keep pulling the hips further up and back. And then slowly stretch the legs straighter and send the heels closer to the ground. Stay here for one more big breath. Look forward in between the hands and step the right foot all the way through. Spin the back heel down, hands to the inside of the foot. And then walk the hands out in front for down dog lunge. Press the hands down and forward and push a little more weight into your back leg than the front. As you push through your back outer heel, broaden the front knee away from the front shoulder. Sit a little deeper into the thigh. And walk your hands back, step it back, down dog. Take a breath. Second side, step the left foot through to your low lunge, hands to the inside, spin the back heel down. Once the feet are set, walk the hands out. The hands can always walk further over to the long side edge of your mat. Remembering to broaden out through the front knee and sit low into the thigh, even as you press more weight into the back leg. And walk it back in, down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Plank pose. Hold there, top of your plank. Look a little bit forward of the hands. from plank, lower down, hover right above the yoga mat, and then push straight back up, a very slow push-up. We're doing it twice more. Hover down, knees or toes, push straight up, hover down, and push straight up. This time you get to go all the way flat down to the yoga mat. Interlace the hands behind you and lift everything that you can up away from the mat. Legs further apart to begin with, and then for strength, squeeze them in. Lower it all the way down. Press up and back, down dog. And then a nice bend in your knees and walk your hands all the way to the end, back end of your yoga mat. Take palms together, prayer hands, thumbs right into the sternum. Sit lower in your legs for chair pose. And then take your left elbow to the outside of the right knee for a twisted chair pose. Palms to the center of the chest. Point the right elbow up to the sky. Untwist, come across your center and place right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Keep toning and turning in the belly till hands come to the center and left elbow points to the sky. Untwist, stand all the way up, lift the arms to the sky. Interlace the hands behind your back and then squeeze the elbows in. Do chair pose again, bend the knees into your legs. Now head goes down to the knees and arms up to the sky. Try to squeeze the heel of the hand together. Release the hands one more time. Stand all the way up, arms to the sky. Walk forward enough that you have some space behind you. Lift up, releve, heels off of the ground. Keep as much balance as possible. Heels up. Go back down to chair pose. Bend the knees into your thighs, heels lifted. Deep squat, heels to the hips to the heels, I should say. And then sit. Boat pose, pick your feet up. Sway your legs to the right and your arms to the left in a twisted boat pose. Twist to the other side. Twist back to the first side. Twist back to the second side. Set it down, lay down. Sit on your hands, feet straight up into the air, leg lifts. Glue the inner edges of the feet together. Lower the feet until they're about a foot off of the ground. And bring it back up to the sky. Go nice and slow like this, down and up, keeping mid to low back moving towards the mat rather than arching away. To make this more difficult, hands behind your head. To make it more difficult than that, head and shoulders off of the mat, so you're getting the upper and lower crunch here in the abdomen. Keep going. The slower, the more impact this pose will have. And then pull the knees back into the chest. From here, I want us to rock all the way up and over and into downward facing dog. So cross at the ankles, rock yourself up. Place the hands, step or jump back to plank. And lift the hips high for down dog. Lift your right leg into the sky, three-legged dog. And step it all the way forward in between your hands, low lunge. Keep the back leg straight, come upright in the torso, stretch the arms overhead, high lunge. Hold on to your left wrist and reach to the right. Little arch to this lunge, crescent lunge. Back into the center, release the hands, step your left foot to the right, step all the way to the top of your yoga mat. Again, hold the left wrist and reach to the right. Come back to your center, exhale, forward fold. Step back to plank, lift the hips, down dog. Left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Step it all the way forward to low lunge. Set your lunge, strong, steady in the legs, then come upright, arms overhead. Hold on to your right wrist and reach to the left. Inhale, bring it back to the center. Release the grip of the hand. Step the right foot forward, top of the mat. Hold on to the right wrist and take your crescent here again. Come back to your middle. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Extend from the hips out to the crown of the head. Step back to plank. Lower flat down against your yoga mat. Superhero pose, arms out in front, legs back behind you. Ready? Inhale, lift everything that you can up. Squeeze the hands and feet closer together. Even cross at the thumbs, make the hands touch. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, lower it down. Press back to child's pose. Give yourself a full breath right there. Release it out. Tuck the toes, down dog, lift the hips. We're going back to three-legged dog. Lift the right leg high. Step the foot all the way forward into your low lunge. Spin the back heel down, hands to the inside of your foot. No-handed lunge. Interlace the hands behind your back. Send your head down towards the floor and your hands up towards the sky. Just like in down dog lunge, try to keep the back foot a little heavier than the front foot. Release the hands, lift the back heel. Step back to plank. Add a push-up in between and then go back to down dog. Lift the left leg up. Step it all the way through. No-handed lunge, second side, so back heel down, hands to the inside. Take the second favorite finger in front as you clasp the hands. Try to squeeze the heel of the hand together. It actually makes things a little easier to hold on to. Okay, release the hands. Step it back to plank. Let's give it one more push-up here. Down dog. Look forward in between the hands. Step or jump to the front end of your yoga mat. Inhale, half lift. Forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. Bring palms together, center of the chest. Give yourself just a couple of breaths here at the top of your mat. And we'll keep it going. Inhale, lift the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. This time, right foot stays forward. Step the left foot back into your lunge. Warrior two, spin the back heel down, come upright and extend the arms in each direction. Take a gaze over your front fingertips. There can always be a little bit of movement as you find the depth of your pose today. Think soft shoulders out to soft fingertips with strong, steady limbs. Change here to triangle pose. Straighten the front leg. Reach as far as you can. And then take right hand down, left arm up to the sky. Slightly pull your left hip towards the sky here as the chest, shoulders open, look up. Next breath, come back upright. Rebend the right knee for warrior two. And cartwheel the hands around the front foot. Pick up your back heel. Pyramid pose. Make a slightly shorter stance. Two straight legs. For today, keep extending the torso down and forward. Hands staying either on either side of the front leg. Or to work greater balance and security in the abdomen, the hands can come off of the floor and make the legs do a little greater work for you. Either position. Inhale, think back bend, extend the spine, look past your front toes. Keep that long length of the spine as you transition back into a deep knee bend on the right leg, low lunge. Step through to plank. We're doing push-ups today. There's one here. And then down dog. Look in between the hands, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stand all the way up, reach the arms to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest. Second side, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Keep the left foot there, step the right foot back. Warrior two, spin the back heel down. Come up, extend the arms. Shoulders stack right over the line of the hips. It should feel as though we're pulled a little bit back in space even as you descend lower and deeper into the front thigh. Straighten the front leg, reach as far as you can, hinge at the hips, so reach to the left. And then left hand down, right arm up to the sky. Hold on to your leg or the ground for triangle pose. Next breath, come all the way back up. Rebend the front knee. Cartwheel, hands down, low lunge. And then slightly shorter stance. Line up about heel to heel as you make two flat feet, two straight legs. Keep fingertips along the ground if your flexibility, range of motion allows. Otherwise, bring the hands higher up to the waist. And work the strength in the legs. Push down through the front big toe, back outer heel, everyone. Rebend the front knee into your low lunge. Step back and through to plank. Hold plank or add the push-up. Downward facing dog. Hold downward facing dog. Stay right there. Give it a few breaths. And we're back into a three-legged dog series. Take the right leg high, three-legged dog. Step forward into your low lunge. Half moon pose, balance on your right foot, right hand. Launch forward to lift your left leg, left arm up. Think like triangle pose where you started to stack the top hip, open across the torso, shoulders. Gaze can stay down to make this a little easier to balance though. As you lower the left hand down, square off the hips, keep the left leg lifted, and change to warrior three. Hands could stay down or to the waist like we did a few moments before in pyramid pose. Or extend the arms straight out in front, making as much of a T shape in the body as possible. Everyone, try bringing your hands to your waist, and as you come upright, pull your left knee up and into your chest. We're still standing just on one leg. Long balance series. Hold on to the front of your left shin and pull the leg up higher. Keep that, or hands back to the waist. Stretch your left leg as straight as you can. Hip flexor, strong. Pull it up. Stand on 2 feet. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back, down dog. Second side for this series, lift the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Step it all the way through to your low lunge. Right into half moon, balance on left hand, left foot. Now lift the right side. Again, try lifting the right hip more up, torso more open. And then from there, we square back off, right hip down to the level of the left hip. Hands can be on the floor like pyramid or up to the waist. Here in warrior three, keep the hands on the waist or extend the arms out in front. Go for a bent standing leg to make it a little more doable in hamstrings and low back. Still balancing on the left leg, stand up and pull the right knee into your chest. Hold to the front of the shin to get the leg a little higher. A little more support, hands could go under the thigh. Or try it again, hands at the waist. And let's kick that right foot as straight as we can, right leg as straight as we can out in front. Stand on 2 feet. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Chair pose, Utkatasana, bend the knees, sit into your thighs. Keep the torso as upright as possible here. Forward fold. Step back to plank. Do a push-up, down and up. Toes or knees each time, and then to down dog. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So a little broader lunge. You could go down to palms with a bend in the elbow and stay there. Or try it left forearm, right forearm, forearm lunge here. Keep the back knee lifted and look past the front fingertips, so long spine. Walk it back up to the hands, and then heel toe your right foot over to the left side of your mat. The hands have to switch placement. Peel the big toe off of the mat. And then go for pigeon pose in a more parallel shin to front of the mat formation. I have to stay much higher with a parallel shin in my hips. Be good to yourself. Give the weight to your hands. And then pick the knee back up. Heel toe the foot back over to the right side. Try it down on the forearms one more time. Rock a bit forward and back. And then walk back up to your hands, all the way back, downward facing dog. Second side, step the left foot all the way through to your low lunge, hands to the inside. Go down to or towards the forearms. Going down to the right forearm, the outer side first, makes it a little smidge easier to get to both. Keep the back knee lifted, try to look forward. And then crawl your way back to the hands. Heel toe the left foot towards the right edge of your yoga mat. Peel the big toe away, keep the foot active. Nice strong flex as you lower the left knee to the mat. Good amount of weight on the hands, still helping to protect you in this pose. Again, hips can be higher up. And then slowly lift it back up. Heel toe the left foot back over to the left side. Pop up the back knee. Go again to forearm lunge. Give it a couple of breaths. Rock forward and back. A little bit of movement with it. And walk it up to the hands. Swing the left foot to the back for down dog. Look forward to your hands. Step or jump to the front of the mat. Half lift. Remembering the length of the spine here. Fold over your legs. Stand all the way up. Reach the arms to the sky. Keep the arms up and focus straight ahead. Kick your right heel to your seat with a hand like a serving platter on the inside, big toe edge of your foot. Squeeze the tips of the shoulder blades together. Try to stand up a little bit taller. And then push your foot into your hand and hinge more forward like you were in Warrior 3. Kick your foot into your hand. Look past your front fingertips. Dancer pose here, Natarajasana. Come back upright. Okay, we are still standing on the left leg. Cross the right heel now over the left leg for figure 4 shape. We're just going for the whole thing today. Sit into your legs, drop the hands back down to the floor, a lot like you had in pyramid pose. If the hands were at the waist in pyramid pose, they might stay there here. Lean your front foot around your left upper arm bone. Try to make like a shelf between your arms and that front shin. Lean forward enough to get the left foot off of the ground and then shoot it back behind you. If hands are still on the ground, bring them up to the hips and set the right foot down on the ground. Stand and give it a breath.
Second side, last big push here. Left heel to the left hip, arms straight up to the sky. And again, left hand like it's a serving platter, palm up, and then throw it to the big toe side of the foot. Think taller first, and then kick the foot into your hand, away from your hip. Tilt forward, forward, forward to make that a little bit more doable, to make a bigger pose, if you will. Slowly come back upright. Figure 4 shape, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, hands to the waist. Bend the right knee, sit into the leg. Remember, you're pausing there or fingertips to the ground with a pause there. If that's working, hands to the ground, go palms flat, and wrap the left foot around the right upper arm bone. Think crow pose, crane pose, lean forward, head more down as the hips lift up a bit to pull the right heel in, and then extend the foot out. Make your way all the way back up to standing, 2 feet on the ground, and just a couple of breaths. Nice work, ladies. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Let's give ourselves one more big expansive pose here. Side plank, balance on your right hand, outer edge of the right foot. Stack the feet, lift the arm, left arm to the sky. Any variation of side plank that you'd like to add, go for it. A lifted top leg, little back bend, holding the foot behind you like in dancer pose. Stay right here with me. You've got this. Sit, stay, heel. All right, 2 hands back down to the mat. Switch to your second side, left hand, outer edge of the left foot. We keep the hips high enough in an angle so that there's a little bit of a draw back from wrist to shoulder here. Right arm straight up to the sky. Down dog. Come forward to plank. Add in one last push-up if you'd like. Woo. Lie flat down onto the mat. Bend both knees. Reach back, hold on to your feet this time. Thumb to the outside of the foot. Spread your toes to make your shins active. Calves stronger. And then bow pose. Kick your feet back, lift your chest up. Imagine your thighs are squeezing in towards each other. On an exhale, let it go. Push back to child's pose. Stay there. Bring your torso upright so that you're sitting back on your heels. Take both hands off to the left and then sit your butt to the left, just off of your heels. That should free up your right foot to set on top of your left foot. And then try to widen your knees so that you get both knees back down on the ground at the same time that you're sitting. If I don't have my hands down, I'm almost gonna fall that way. So I'm gonna use the hands to help me lift and twist. And then instead of looking over your back shoulder, try looking over your front shoulder, more towards your knees. This twist gets really fancy with palm down, tucking the front hand under the first thigh, and the back hand bound behind your back. Do as much as works. And then you untwist all of that. Sit on your heels again. Fall off to the other side. I'm gonna just twist a little bit so you guys can see. So I'm taking the top free leg and putting the front of my foot into the middle arch of my bottom foot and then trying to spread the knees enough. I'm kind of sitting on my heel, really, of my foot. And the left hand goes across and can tuck underneath the right leg. The other hand is helping me balance. Some folks are able to wrap that behind so that their hand, right hand, would actually be hooked into the crease of the other elbow. Oh yeah, look forward. And then untwist yourself and just sit flat back onto your heels. Take a moment to close your eyes, turn your gaze inward. That last twist is called Bharadvajasana's twist. It's one of my favorites, though complicated in its nature. The outward look is simplicity, and isn't that the balance of life? Just a couple more moments sitting right here on our heels in hero pose. And then come off of your heels, feet out in front of you. Flex the feet, point the toes up to the sky as you push your heels down, calves down, thighs down. Sit up as tall as you can in the torso. Sometimes that means a little more bend in the knees, actually, to make that more doable. Find your range. And then take the arms straight up. Upper arm bones trying to frame your ears. As if you can only move in a straight line from the hips to the fingertips. Take your angle a little more acute. And then drop the arms down to your legs, your feet, or the floor. And keep reaching the angle lower. If the hands can reach the feet, you can use them for a little bit more power. Bend the elbows out to the side as you continue the extension of the spine. Last stage is a little fold and rounding in the spine. Push through your big toes. Try to pull back on the pinky toe to keep the entire leg active. And think back bend again, long spine. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look past your toes. And come all the way upright. Lie down. Pull your knees into your chest. A little easier figure four shape here. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Thread your arms through. switch. Left ankle in figure 4, thread the arms through. And then just knees together in the center. Take the arms out to a T shape. Let both knees fall towards the right. Pull the knees across the center and have them fall to the left. And once more, bring the knees into the center. A little hug, maybe a little bit of a rock. Stretch out into your final pose. Relax the arms and legs down. Close the eyes if that feels okay to you and your space. About 2 minutes here just to release and give yourself quiet. Take your time to bring attention, awareness back to breath and body together. Little bits of movement until you're comfortable sitting upright. As you come to your upright seat, bring the palms together, thumbs to the sternum. Perhaps bowing the head in full gratitude to yourself, each other, and for this practice. Namaste. Thank you.